gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Let me find out my team ballin'. You look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
Okay. Black 15!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
12.
Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, He's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now Saquon Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Washington. Topper! Check 43. Tight dog. 12. Under split.
On the ground, it's Geis. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It's at 180, 190. Watch the pass. Switch. Check. Lucky.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Here's Locke. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. A first down carry for Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down, here's Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Locke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And Hauschka missed it left. It's no good for Stephen Hauschka. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now they try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Double time, 4 down, check.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And we'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Wait, 89!
3rd and long for Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
Check out.
On 1st and 10, Luck being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They are going for it. It's Luck. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Justin Houston. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
We better not.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Cluster. 50 cheers to Mike. Watch Mike. Check back. Hey, Haywood.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
All day, baby, all day.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch the edge.
On third down, Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
It's fourth down. Talk.
They're going to go. It's locked. And Tate's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun on 3rd down, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Whip. Watch the whip. Left to right. Hey, ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get out the field, defense. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, easy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Rivers. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 4th down, Rivers. Complete. Richardson has it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 74 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Yeah, baby.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Geis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Rivers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First target, first catch at a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Set 180. Set 180. Ricky.
On 1st down, here's Love. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm going to load it. Round. 50 Mike, 50 Five.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not
through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Alpha.
To throw again. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dee Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Lets it go for Nelson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
5-2 to Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, that's good.
A second down throw for Rivers. Lets it go for Nelson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Locke. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Locke. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Haskins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Luck going to throw it. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back and congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine, wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death for 3, wins come in 2s, cash comes in 1s. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal and pedal, hold on. I got to put on, I got a bad one. They wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets of debts, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They think everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10. Hey.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like your belly show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like your belly show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the